Well, folks, OzzyFest is a nursing student-led event honoring the life of 4-year-old Ozzy Brown and raising awareness for a rare pediatric brain cancer.
So this free community event actually supports families through the Santiago Strong Foundation with not only games, food, and a touching luminary tribute, but Carol Brickey, and Chyla and Paula Brown joins us now to share more about what this year's event entailed and how you can get involved. Although this festival has now happened, tell us a little bit about what happened.
So it was an event that we have, our students actually, it was their idea and they hosted it, planned it and everything to honor Ozzy Brown, and he passed away from DIPG almost 2 years ago, and so we wanted to honor the family, and then now it's kind of turned into an event where we're connecting families who also have children with DIPG that have either passed away or are battling it right now, and to raise awareness about that and to get some funding for research for DIPG.
I was going to say, this is such a wonderful event, and I know y'all just had it happen, and it seems like things went really well. Already planning for next year, right, guys?
Yes, it's been an amazing, last year was like, it was very fresh on our minds, the loss of Oz, and it was such a healing experience that the Casey's Youth Yancey School of Nursing students did for us. And the nursing students are so amazing there. They're so compassionate, they're so caring, and this year it turned out we had 4 families, including us, that had or experienced DIPG somehow. And the way that we were able to honor the kids and celebrate, and it's more of a night where we can come together and be there for one another.
Can you kind of tell us what DIPG is?
You want me to?
Yeah, you can tell.
It is, that stands for Diffuse Intrinsic Pontine Glioma. It's a very rare tumor that grows on the brain stem, and so because it's on the brain stem, it's not operable, and so usually by the time they get the diagnosis, they are given about 6 to 9 months to live. We had Ozzy for 18, so we were thankful for that, but there's not really a treatment for that, so it's a devastating diagnosis, and so just being able to come alongside those families and support them through that. Santiago Strong Foundation actually helps finance families to travel so they can stay together to go into clinical trials, and Ozzy was actually the first child that they sponsored. They lost their son Santiago in 2020, and so they started that foundation to support those families. That's why we have our red shoes on, because he loved red. So we wear red shoes for Santiago Strong Foundation, and all the money that we raise at the event goes to Santiago Strong so they can continue to support other families. They've supported, Paula, how many?
25 families now.
And counting.
So how can we contribute? If we weren't able to make it out to the event, how can we help now?
So we're still taking donations for the Santiago Strong Foundation through the end of May. There's actually a QR code that if it's not on your screen, it will be. And you can just scan that code or go to www.kcu.edu/give, and you can donate to that. Every dime that is raised will go to the Santiago Strong Foundation. And then we're already planning for next year. It'll be the end of April, coming into May is cancer awareness, brain cancer awareness month. And so we'll do that. And so if there are people out there who want to sponsor, have ideas for marketing, you just want to come next year and participate, we would love for you to reach out to us, and we can begin to include you in that planning process.
Yeah. And I've got to ask, what does this mean to you all to know that there's something so positive coming from such a heartbreaking loss for the family?
It's something that I never expected to have happen to our family, and you never expect what comes out of those things. And my son's life meant something and has continued to impact people. His story has continued to impact people. It's just unbelievable. Just because he's not here physically, these kids, they have a story to tell, and they still are fighting somehow.
Yeah, and I would say OzzyFest helps give purpose to the pain that those families experience.
Yeah.
We can't take the pain away, but at least we can do something to help give it purpose. You want to wave to everybody, Macy?
Say hi.
Hi, Macy.
So Paula, can you kind of tell us a little bit about what all of this means to you, because you also have up close and personal?
Well, for me, I've really seen some healing happen that I didn't expect. you know, to watch not only my grandson suffer through this, but to watch his mom and his dad and his siblings, the whole family really. But then to attend that first OzzyFest, and everything was still pretty raw because it happened. Ozzy passed in September. It was in April, and to get there and to feel the love that came from everybody and the caring, and to see these other children running around and having fun, we all, I think, experienced a healing that we didn't expect because we were still.
Yeah.
It was still very painful, you know.
And it was a completely student-led event, so they completely planned it, and so just to see the outpouring of love for the Brown family, I think was just a testament to who we are as an institution and what our mission is and what we're trying to accomplish.
Chyla, do you have any advice for families who may be struggling with some of the same issues that you had?
Even though you might not feel like getting help or accepting help, take it. Reach out to your community. You got to make sure that you're not isolating yourself, and it's really, really easy in a moment like this to isolate yourself, and just make sure that you have people and a support system around you. And there's a lot of DIPG networks that you can go online and look up that have families and support systems, and that's something that the Santiago Strong Foundation, they got a hold of us within the first 3 days of us finding out Ozzy had this. So
It's okay.
it was amazing.
And I know you guys have something you want to add and make sure we include something a little fun for our interview, right?
So we had this year at OzzyFest, we had a king of OzzyFest, and he has the same type of brain tumor Ozzy has, and he was able to come, and we got to celebrate him, and we want to say, hi, Case and Gullet, chicken jockey.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much for coming and sharing your story. We really appreciate you.
Thank
guys.
you for
Thank you
having
so
us.
much.
Thank you.